Okay, now that we understand the basic definitions of corresponding angles, which I'll label them in a color here. Corresponding angles are the angles that lie in the same position with regard to the transversal and the two parallel lines. And on parallel lines, they're congruent. We had alternate interior angles, which were on opposite sides of the transversal and interior, and they are also congruent. And we have same side interior angles that are on the same side of the transversal and interior, like this angle here and this angle here. These two green angles, and they're not congruent, they're actually supplementary. An example of where we might use something like this can be seen here. Here we have two lines. If they're marked parallel, we can see that they're cut by a transversal. And if we're given some measures here, like this angle here is x plus 13, and this angle here is 2x. First, we would ask ourselves, is there some relationship between these two angles? And you might say, well, with these two lines cut by this transversal, we have alternate interior angles. So those two are congruent. What does that mean? Well, it means I should be putting these two things on opposite sides of an equal sign. And now all we have to do is subtract x from both sides and we're solved. It's quite simple. Now some of the problems get more complicated as we go. We might be asked to use more involved algebra, but as far as the geometry goes, it's just recognizing the angle pairs. If we have a problem like this where we have 2x plus 5 and this angle here is 3x minus 20, you might say, well, this looks easy enough. Should I set these two equal? Well, are these equal angles? Well, according to our special angle pairs, they look like same side interior angles, which are supplementary. So we should be careful. Before we go to set things equal, we have to make sure we know what their relationship is. Those two angles are supplementary, so this angle plus this angle equals 180 degrees. What that means is I write the first angle's measure, I add it to the second angle's measure, and I know they add up to 180. That's what supplementary angles do. If I combine like terms, all I have to do is add 15 to both sides, and I get 5x equals 195. And we've solved for x there. A little bit more complicated than the last problem, but algebraically, it's not too bad.